So, as our editor, Mr. Vinoj Kumar, introduced Mr. Madhavan earlier, he's had a fantastic journey in his career. And what's so important to focus upon today is the age at which he entered or, plunged into the entrepreneurial journey. So let's dig deep into how his journey panned out all these years and what made him make a decision of that sort at an age when most people would want to retire and, just chill out. Okay. So now in conversation with Mr. Madhavan.
Thank you, Usha. Thank you, Vinoj, for giving me an opportunity to be present here and to address so many young entrepreneurs in booming. And it's a privilege for me to speak a little bit of my experience. My journey, as rightly said, started at the age of 26. I was just a graduate then. While I was sitting in this podium, I was looking at all of you and were thinking about my journey as a college student way back 1966 to 1970. I think probably many would have not been born also, including those who were sitting here in my dais. One thing I noticed, Usha, I doesn't want to reveal my age. I was keeping myself young. Somehow Vinoj and Usha has revealed that very clearly. I could see that many of you were calculating my age. When they said that I started at 55, 18 years back, and I was thinking that my ranking has gone down. This is on the lighter side of it. So, as rightly shown recently that I started my career at Kurl-on Limited at the age of 26. It was a serendipity for me to join Kurl-on because then I was working for a tire industry, Dunlop Tires, at Calcutta as a management trainee. I happened to visit Bangalore once in a while on a holiday to see my parents, and I stumbled upon meeting a gentleman who had invested in manufacturing rubberized coir mattresses, and he was struggling to bring that product into the market and build a brand. When he identified me, he requested me, are you interested to join the journey of bringing a branded mattress to the country? Initially, I was not interested. Then later on, fate pushed me towards him, and believe me or not, gentlemen, I worked there for 30 years, steadfastly, building that organization from 32 crores. The day I left that organization, it was closer to 1,000 crores. That was at the age of 55.
So, my first part of question, you have already answered to that. So, taking it forward, what are the 3 things you would advise someone who has crossed 50 and is still in a dilemma to start a business?
At the age of 55, I stumbled upon a great opportunity to set up a spring mattress manufacturing unit. That was the period when the mattress industry was only dealing with 2 categories of mattresses. One is coir, another was foam. Nobody in the country has ever seen what is spring mattresses is. The fact is, 70% of the world population today in developed and developing country sleeps only on spring mattresses. Student community and a lot of my co-panelists will agree with me that if you go to United States of America or anywhere in Europe, you cannot get a rubberized coir mattresses to sleep. At 55, when this opportunity came to me, I was thinking that why don't I disrupt the mattress industry? Disruption is a phenomenon. If you can disrupt the industry with something differentiated, then you can build a brand leadership there. I have done it rightly. With the result, I could bring a category of spring mattresses into the country.
So during your stint at Kurl-on as a shift superintendent, you joined some courses to upgrade your knowledge in the rubber industry, and you also went on to do your MBA. So tell us how important it is for continuous learning and skill enhancement in advancing one's career opportunities and trajectories.
Yeah. When I joined Kurl-on Limited, I had a graduation only. I had a graduation of BSc Honors in Organic Chemistry. That was my basic qualification. Having joined there, while working, I started also spending a greater part of me in learning also. First thing I did was, I have completed a course called as post-graduation in polymer technology specializing rubber in association with IIT Kharagpur. This I could do because my career started somewhere in West Bengal. I did a part of my study. After having come in Kurl-on, I pursued it to complete it. Having done that, I took a sabbatical for about 2 years of time with the blessing of the management. I went to Mumbai and I completed my MBA from SP Jain Institute of Management and Research. Having done this, I haven't kept quiet. Year or two, I have joined Indian Institute of Science. During those days, they were giving proficiency in general management for few selected candidates. I happened to be fortunate enough to get it. I attended their evening classes and completed a course of 1 year in proficiency from Indian Institute of Science. I always believe that learning is a process which has no age. You cannot say that I don't have time to learn. You should keep on learning and learning for two reasons. One thing I feel is, only certain in our life is uncertainty. Second thing I believe, changes are inevitable. There is a Chinese saying which says, when the wind of change blow, some build strong wall, whereas others will build a windmill. I belong to the category of building a windmill. And one has to be relevant to what they are today. To be relevant, you have to change yourself. Biggest learning, I believe, for anyone is learn to unlearn. Learn to unlearn is a process. To do all these things, you have to learn new things.
And many brands we have seen have fallen because they did not position themselves well in the industry. So what are the 3 things one should avoid while building their brand?
Most important thing, when one wanted to build a brand, they must concentrate on the product that the customer accepts. That means your brand must be customer-focused brand. And in order to bring reliability of your product in the mind of customers, you should have enough innovation put in place. Believe it or not, when I took over Peps, the next year, I have signed a licensing agreement with the world's 4th largest brand called Restonic, of Restonic Corporation of United States of America for 30 years. All my products, even today, is manufactured and serviced based on the general specifications of United States of America. That means I have given a product. Second thing I did was, I was the first in the country to give a warranty and guarantee of 10 years for the mattresses. You might have seen that. Nowadays, I'm not giving that. You may ask me why. Because I feel without my giving warranty and guarantee, the customer has already got an impression this product lasts forever. So I did it. Third thing I did, Usha, is what is known as segmenting the market, targeting the market with the right product, and positioning the product. When I say positioning, I created a perception in the mind of the people. This brand is young, vibrant, and it is a utmost modern product. These few things I feel could have helped us to build the brand strong.
The one word which we often get to hear from Mr. Madhavan is serendipity. So he often attributes the course of events in his life to serendipity. So, sir, could you elaborate on this perspective?
Yeah. All good things in my life, personally, academically, professionally, has happened by chance. I give you a live example. Today, in Chennai airport, when I sat into my car, towards my left side was doctor was sitting near me, and we exchanged ourselves as to what he is and what I am. What he is, I think nobody needs to know. One thing I found was he is staying next to my house, a few yards or it's not even, I think, about 100 meters. His house is located. And he is there in that locality since 30 years. No, not even 30, it may be 40 years. I was there in the house for about 32 years. We haven't exchanged ourselves. But we could meet in the car and mutually exchange ourselves. And that has happened by chance. Of course, Vinoj is responsible for me to meet him. I thank him for that. Don't you think it is a serendipity in life? At the age of 55, when I am supposed to retire and play with my grandkids, I stumbled upon a business. Someone came to me and said, there is an industry which I cannot run. I want to sell it to you at whatever price you say. I said, then what is the price you wanted me to take? He said, it's 3.5 crores. 3.5 crores in 2006-07. It may be slightly big, but it's not that big. I didn't add even 1 rupee because I was serving in a company. I said, no, I don't want this. He said, don't do that. Don't do that. He said, do you have good friends who can invest? I said, yeah, I think 1 or 2 friends. He said, pool them. All this, don't you think is serendipitous? Serendipity happened. I was destined to get it, so I got it. So there are so many things in my life happened, I feel, where I had no control over it or no, I have not predetermined it. It has been predetermined by somebody else.
Good evening, sir. So I would like to ask, what advice would you like to give to students like us who are interested in entrepreneurship and who want to succeed in entrepreneurship like you did?
Yeah. See, as a student, you may not be immediately go and, build a brand or a company. It's a gradual process. During the course of this process, as students, you have to earn or learn 2-3 things or acquire 2-3 things. First I advise you is, you must acquire what is known as competency. Second thing is, you have to acquire what is known as capabilities. This comes over a year of your journey in life. When I was looking at you people on the dais, you see, I was thinking that still you have to go miles to know what actual life is. Once you acquire these things over a period of life, when opportunity comes, don't hesitate to jump. Don't hesitate to jump. Failure and success is not a big matter. Our doctor of ISRO, he met a failure in the initial stage of launching his, spacecraft exactly in the moon. But he didn't leave that. He and his associates could do it much wonder later on. And now they are also planning to send human being into the moon. So success and failure is a part of life. Once you gain self-confidence by your hard work in future, I think you can be somebody.
So, holding such a high position, what do you do to relax yourself? So, ma'am did mention that you do a lot of paintings. So, are there any activities you do to as stress busters?
Sure. I am not in a high position. I am doing many things in a given span of short time. As you rightly said, one has to balance work and life together. I do this precisely. One ability I got is, those who work with me get pressurized, but never I. Whatever work pressure I got, I am a good guy to transfer it to others, to be on the lighter side. I spend a lot of time in doing painting. I have done so many paintings that Times of India magazines, and I will share those articles through Usha to your college. They have appreciated me. I have my own studio where I spent quite a lot of time doing painting, number one. I am a good singer. I participate in a lot of musical concerts.
This is news to us now as well.
I sing all sort of songs, all languages I sing, right from Marathi to Bengali to Tamil to Malayalam to Kannada to English.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. Before you get off that mood of not being the singer here, why don't you just say a few lines? Why don't you sing a small song for us?
Usha, see, one of the secret behind a singer is, his effort is only 25%. 75% is on the musical instrument and the audio.
It's okay, sir. Now we would love to hear
Now
your
if
voice.
I sing, I may not be able to justify student group here that he is a very bad singer, they think. I will come one day to your college day. Give me a chance to sing, I will come and sing.
Thank you so
And
much.
then I am a voracious reader. I read lot of books. I also spend a little bit of time visiting VIT College of Business Management as a guest lecturer. Somehow I am keeping myself busy with work, busy with these activities.